Well, I know a lot of people have been asking for this video, so when I saw the banner pop up today, dropped $100, pulled 2 of them, and took it up to Legendary Plus 2. But the nice thing about the Angel Bow is it's very much an all-arounder. There's a lot of different ways we can build with this and still have it work good. Majority of players will go combo with it, where the others will go for a skill or even a crit build. I myself tend to lean more towards the skill side of it and still focus on a lot of the crit. So one of the nice things about using the Angel Bow is we are going to have these Angel Daggers, which are also going to heal and do a little bit more damage than a regular one. I believe the heal is something like 5%, and then the actual dagger damage is like 130% of the regular one. When you get to Mythic, that's where you're going to get that Angel form where you get a whole bunch of buffs to your basic attack, combo counter, and even some more heal out of it. But like I said, I tend to lean more towards the skill side on this, but still manage to get a good amount of crit so I can hit those big numbers. As far as the armor I'm going to use, if I'm going in on PvP or a guild battle, it's definitely going to be the Revival Cape, and if I am going in on chapters, I am going to use the Dragon Breath. Now, I am working up on the Tunic right now because I don't take a lot of damage inside the Seal battle or even the guild boss, so once I get that high enough, I'll pop that on to get the extra attack, but in the meantime, I am using the Dragon Breath for that. When it came to the rings, I did go in with 2 Judgment rings. It did feel pretty nice, but this is a dagger weapon, and it just feels so much better at least having 1 Guardian ring on. If you want to throw 2 of them on, you can, but I think the perfect match is 1 Guardian and 1 Judgment ring. As far as the accessories, we really want to focus on the Bloody Grails on this. You can see that I do have a Reckoning badge just because I don't have a second Bloody Grail at the Legendary Estate, so I am running 1 of each, which is perfectly fine. These are going to be the better ones to have for it. Yeah, I could go and throw the Proof of Glory on, which is also perfectly fine too, because like I said, we are an all-arounder, but for me, I really want to get those skill hits in and just see how much I can really crack them hard. For the pets that I think are the best, you can see here I am using Elsa, Ellie, and Freya. I did try dropping Ellie because we are getting so much heal inside the game. I'd like to drop Ellie and throw Unicorn in, but given that I dropped about 150 million power going and switching all this gear around, it just wasn't enough to keep me alive. So that's why I have Ellie in there, but you're probably not going to need it, especially if you get up to the Mythic rarity. If you were one that was going to focus more on the combo side of things, obviously the Slime King would do a pretty good job. And really, if you do throw Slime King in, if you have him at a high enough level, perfectly fine to throw in with Freya too. For the mount, the Luminous Dragon is the best one in my opinion. You can't go wrong with this. It's crazy that this is the first mount that you get. It makes it feel like it's not as good because it's a first, but this thing absolutely wrecks with the amount of crit damage and crit rate you're going to get out of it. I have tried it with the Sphinx, and it feels like it does a halfway decent job, but the fact that I can get an all-around crit rate from going and using the dragon, it just feels so much better. As far as the advanced artifact, that's where I'm going for this Spear of Thor. I feel that this pairs up pretty nice, and when I go in and actually pick my skills in game, I'm focusing a lot around the daggers and also focusing a lot around lightning in order to get this thing to proc. That nether blade just feels like it's so far away. I feel like I'm never going to see it, but we are getting closer to it. But ideally, that would be a great pick for this weapon. For the brands, that's where I went Knight of the End, because that one obviously is OP, and I am going Succubus on this for the whole skill damage. Now, once again, if I do get this to Mythic, maybe I might go focus more on the combo and use the Reaper on it, but right now, building all-around skills, this seems like it's a pretty good fit. I am using the Archdemon to get those extra skill bonuses, and then we are using the Sharp Rogue for the whole Flame Dagger in hopes of getting it higher up to let more daggers proc off. But that's going to be a little while before I get that to Mythic, but still, that one will be a nice addition to using with the Angel Bow if you are building around daggers. I'm also using Bone Club Golem to go and help with the crits, and then also Harpy to start off with the round lightning to really help out that Spear of Thor. For the inheritance, I think both the Ranger and the Ghost are solid picks. If you're going to go and focus more on the skills, go for the Ghost. If you're going to focus more on the daggers, then go for the Ranger. And once again, if you are going to build around combo, once you do get it to Mythic, then you can go and have the option to go and use the Bone Inheritance. But to be honest, this is actually a solid weapon. I was actually surprised when I went in on chapter 101 and made it to day 50 on my first try at 150 million power, less than what I normally use. I thought I was gonna go get to day 25 and just fail on that first boss. And it wasn't even like I was making it all the way up to round 28 or 29. I was still getting like round 15, 16 and still defeating the boss. There is a lot of different ways you can build around this, but like I said, this seems to be a solid one that works for me, going with skill and crit, and it definitely definitely is holding up. But if you guys want to know some important things to know about the pets inside the game and what you should be doing, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.